Good morning, Maryvale. Today is Tuesday, June 15th. It is a day 6. The choice of lunch today is chicken nuggets with dip or julienne salad. Flag Day was on Monday, June 14th. It's easy to get caught up with our day-to-day lives that we sometimes forget to be thankful for the bigger picture. Flag Day reminds us that we are one country, united, despite our disagreements. In the next video, you will see Senator John McCain tell about his experiences as a prisoner of war in Vietnam and the impact the American flag had on him.
The North Vietnamese for many years kept the prisoners of war in solitary confinement or 2 or 3 to a cell. Thanks to the efforts of millions of Americans, including our veterans, the Vietnamese changed that treatment and moved us from solitary confinement or 2 or 3 to a cell to cells with 25 or 30 in each cell. One of the people that moved into the cell with me when I was moved was a young man by the name of Mike Christian. Mike Christian came from a very, very poor family near Selma, Alabama. He didn't wear a pair of shoes until he was 13 years of age. At 17, he enlisted in the United States Navy, later became an officer, and later became a bombardier navigator in an A-6 aircraft, and was shot down and captured about a year before I was. Mike had a keen appreciation of the opportunities that service to our country and the military provides. As part of the change in treatment, the Vietnamese allowed us from packages from home that had small articles of clothing or handkerchief or something like that in it. The uniform that we wore in prison was a short-sleeved blue shirt, blue trousers that looked like pajama trousers, and sandals that were cut out of automobile tires. Now, I recommend them very highly. One pair lasted me 5.5 years. Well, anyway, Christian was able to fashion himself a bamboo needle and got a piece of white cloth and a piece of red cloth, and over about a month he sewed on the inside of his shirt the American flag. Every evening before we would have our bowl of soup, we would put Mike Christian's shirt on the wall of our cell and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, I will freely admit to you, saying the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag and our country is not usually the most important part of our day. I want to tell you, in that prison cell, a couple of guys had already been there for 7 years. Pledging our allegiance to our flag and our country was indeed the most important part of our day. One day the Vietnamese came, searched our cell, found Mike Christian's shirt with the flag sewn inside of it, removed it. That evening they came back, opened the door of the cell, called for him to come out. He did. They closed the door of the cell, and for about the next hour they beat him very severely. After which they opened the door of the cell and threw him back in. The cell in which we lived had a concrete slab in the center of it which we slept, and in each corner of the room a light bulb shone 24 hours a day, rather dimly. Well, we cleaned up Mike as well as we could. You can imagine he was not in great shape. And I went over to lay down on the slab to go to sleep, and as I did, I happened to look over, and in the corner of the cell, beneath that dim light bulb, with a piece of white cloth and a piece of red cloth and his bamboo needle and another shirt, with his eyes almost shut from the beating that he had received, was, of course, my friend Mike Christian, sewing another American flag. Mike wasn't sewing that flag because it made him feel better. He was sewing that flag because he knew how important it was to us to pledge our allegiance to our flag and country. I think of Mike all the time, but I also know that there are young men and women who are serving today who are as good, every bit as good or better than Mike and I were. And I'm so proud that we are associated with the best of America, who are serving in our nation's armed forces, who are carrying on the noble tradition of a young man from a small town near Selma, Alabama, named Mike Christian. Thank you very much, and thank you for being with me tonight. Thank you.
It's finally done. Our high school has a brand new musical that has never been seen by the public. It's called Canceled, a very high school musical. Celebrate the hard work of our 12th graders and watch our world premiere of our show. Enjoy the show by going to the Maryvale webpage. You'll find a link to our show. Attention students, I currently have 126 overdue library books that need to be returned to the library before the school year ends. Please check out the list I taped outside the library to see if your name is on it and if you owe me any books. Return them ASAP, and please return any Chromebooks you have borrowed from the library as well. Attention all 6th, 7th, 8th grade boys and girls interested in running for Maryvale Cross Country Team next fall. There will be an informational meeting on Tuesday, June 15th at 2:15 in the middle school fitness room. Ask Mrs. Dubas for information or send her an email if you are unable to attend this meeting. Recruiting our best runners in the school. See you there. Happy June 15th birthday to Isabel Lograsso and Jemiah Jones. Remember, Monday the 21st and Tuesday